Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. This is Psychic Medium Ray, and today's video I'm going to be doing a reading on Dorit Kemsley from the Real Housewives or Beverly Hills, I believe. Or she's from the Real Housewives. So I don't know that much about her. I just know that she's married and that back in October, I believe, of 2021, she went through a robbery where she was held at gunpoint basically, and she was alone in the house with her children. Her husband, who's was based out of London or is, was not home. I think that she's gone through a lot of trauma, and I don't know like a lot about her. I haven't really watched the show much. I do need to catch up, but I'm gonna see what's coming up for Dorit. Hopefully I'm pronouncing her name right. If not, I promise it's not, being done on purpose. It's just what I see. So I feel like she's very protective now, like of the situation of herself, very guarded on some level, like and I feel like she's going through like some anxiety from all of this. It's almost like she feels like there's not enough security, or like when a person goes through something traumatic, they tend to fall in that kind of a way. So I feel like she just feels like, will this ever happen again? Um, so I just feel like she feels like her hands are tied. I feel like there's a lot of patience that's needed too, because there's a lot of stuff that she wants done differently. I feel like she wants out of that home. So I don't know if like she actually moved out of that home, or they're planning on selling it or moving to another location. But I feel like changes down the road for her, new opportunities. Her family is everything. Like she does not lie about that. Like I said, I get she's like very caring about like the children, her family, her husband. That is basically her whole world. And I feel like those that are around her, that do truly love her, get that from her. But I do feel like, you know, there is a lot of deception still. And when I say deception, not with her, but other people around her that she needs to be careful with and have their guard up. Because a lot of her girlfriends are just two-faced snakes. I'm just saying. And I feel like she's going to have a lot of this revealed to her. I do feel like her husband comes up in the reading, and I just feel like there's a lot of fulfillment here. He wants to be there for her. I also feel like there's a lot of hard work that's going to be done. So she's going to continue to work hard in her projects, her personal projects. And in showbiz, that's what I see. But I also feel like the sense of betrayal, again, going back to like what someone said, she said, he said, a lot of petty, like high schoolish type of drama around her. And I feel like there's this feeling of loss around her. So at some point she may decide to leave the show. I don't know if she's still on the show, or she may decide to take a different direction. It may be a personal decision, but she's like an alchemist. Literally feel like she has a lot of potential here to reinvent herself and get, into something that always makes her happy. I also feel like there's a lot of pressure to look perfect. So I would not know if she suffered from like an eating disorder, or perhaps she like struggled with her image, but I do feel like there's a lot of like cosmetic reinventions of herself that she will go through, reiterations of that, and change a lot of like what she looks like and stuff. And there's nothing wrong with that. We can always tailor our own body, but there is hope here, that things will get better. Financially, I don't see her struggling in the future. Like I feel like she always will have opportunities, but I do feel like when it comes to her relationship with her husband, I do feel like although there is love, there's also a darker toxic cycle, things that she may find out about him that she may not necessarily like. And it could create a division, not that I'm seeing a separation here, but I also feel like as much as that she loves her partner and that is the father of their kids, right? Or he is like a father to her kids. I feel like that's not her forever partner for whatever reason. And I feel like she's going to also enter a period where she says something over the next year, maybe to one of the reality co-stars, that she is on, or somebody else. And I just feel like there's a lot of things said and it's misconstrued, and the media just runs with it. And it's like a big scandal. So I see scandals around her, but I see that like bringing her opportunities and publicity, a lot of communication. I feel like she needs to slow down a little bit and just be off of the phone when she's not working, or like just trying to have family time. Um, And I feel like, again, when it comes to love, her relationship changes drastically. And I think it's already changed a little bit, but I just feel like there's some arguments or her having to defend herself from that. And it's like at some point, one of either her or her husband walk away from each other is what I keep feeling. So I don't know what this is about, but I feel like it's that. And then I also feel like there is this part of her where she wants to receive more sympathy or empathy from people, who look at her situation, what she went through, being held at gunpoint. That's a very scary thing. It's a very dramatic, traumatic type of thing. But I see that how that people view her, like her peers and everybody, they see her as a strong woman and a leader. So she should not have any shame with this. But I do feel like on some level, like there's a younger guy that comes into her life, and that may not make any sense now, but it will in the future. And I feel like there's also a lot of traveling too around her. So she may decide to travel somewhere. I'm not sure exactly where it's going to be, but I do feel like there's some traveling this coming year. And I do see a move, like I said. So from wherever she's living now, there will be another move. And probably in the next 5 to 10 years, there'll be at least two other moves, is what I keep seeing for her. She has decisions to make too about like her kids and their well-being, because I feel like it's affected her in so many ways. And there's just a lot of drama in her own personal life. I don't know how like her family life is, or if her family was ever close, but I feel like a lot of division with people. Um, and she can be that bad bitch, and I don't mean that in a derogatory way, that burns bridges, and doesn't look back. So it's like, if people like her, good, she'll be your best friend. But if they don't, then F them, and basically I feel like she can be a little spiritual. I don't know if she believes, but she has a very intuitive gift herself, where she can, see things and feel things. So I just feel like, again, there's a lot of men that are looking at her and see her as attractive. And whether or not they make that move or try to, there's always going to be temptation. But I do feel like for the most part that, she's just trying to make it right now, and live her best life. But I do feel like um, there is this part like where I feel like spirit in the universe is going to try to make sure that she always stays humble, because, a lot of starlets, a lot of people that are in these new, you know, reality TV shows and stuff, a lot of them tend to lose perspective. Sometimes people with money tend to lose perspective of their roots and where they began, and it becomes where, money is the object of your affection, or you control or manipulate people with money. And I don't feel that, I'm not saying this because I feel that from her, but I do feel like there's a quality or an aspect that, maybe, at some point she's like lost a little bit of sight from where she began her roots. Even though she's really, humble, at times, I do feel like there's this persona that she has to fulfill. But for her, always remembering her roots will get her far in life. And I do feel like any obstacles that she has, coming with like people that she works with, etc., that will be ironed out. But I wish her all the best of luck. And thank you, my Rays of Light, for suggesting this reading. I need to do the other housewives. So any suggestions or of any other celebrity, just drop a comment in the comment section below. Until next time, bye.